This is Io. It is the closest of the 4 Galilean moons to Jupiter. It is also the most volcanically active object in the entire solar system. Galileo Galilei discovered Io in 1610. He had also discovered the 3 other major moons of Jupiter around the same time. For about 350 years, Io was just a small dot orbiting Jupiter. All of that changed in 1974 when the Pioneer 10 spacecraft flew by the Jovian system and snapped these pictures of Io. In March 1979, Voyager 2 flew by the gas giant and snapped these pictures of Io. This was also when we discovered full proof that Io had volcanic activity. In 1995, the Galileo spacecraft was put in orbit around Jupiter to study the planet and its moon. I'm going to have Ambush talk about the Galileo spacecraft's discoveries around Io.
The Galileo spacecraft took the highest quality images of Io to date. It also mapped out the entire surface of Io. It also found that Io doesn't have much water and it has a large iron core. Just like the rocky planets, it also revealed a ton of active volcanoes.
Juno made several close encounters with Io, mapping some of its surface to the highest resolution yet. Now, I bet you've heard me talk a lot about volcanoes. Why does Io have volcanoes? Well, it's because of tidal forces. Io sits very close to Jupiter, and the tidal forces that Jupiter has on Io causes it to heat up. All this pressure causes volcanoes to erupt and form. Io also has a very thin atmosphere made out of sulfur dioxide. Io also sits in the middle of Jupiter's huge radiation belt. Io is in a 1 to 2 to 4 orbital resonance with Europa and Ganymede. This means for every time Io orbits once, Europa would have completed half of an orbit. Every time Io orbits twice, Europa completes an orbit, and every time Io rotates 4 times, Ganymede would have orbited once, and Europa would have orbited twice. Io is about 5% larger than Luna. Anyways, that wraps up the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye!